Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. The City Council is now formally considering a site along East Main Street as the new location for the Durham Police Department headquarters. Council members heard a presentation on the recommended site during its October 9th work session. Located near the Golden Belt complex, city administrators say the site was the preferred choice over one on East Umstead Street and the second most seriously considered option of reusing the headquarters' current location.
We selected this and recommend this site to you for the following reasons. The proximity, the size, slopes, access, egress. We believe that the Main Street site is advantageous even over the existing Chapel Hill site. It's about 4.4 acres, whereas Chapel Hill Street is about 4 acres. So size fits, proximity with other civic facilities, the county facility next door, the adjacencies, there are synergies with that.
In addition to the headquarters building, the site will also need to accommodate an annex, which would house emergency communications operations and a parking deck.
This is a test fit that we had presented to you previously, kind of looked at this a couple of different ways, with Main Street being to the upper right and Elizabeth Street just above the diagram. This was indicated as one possibility only. And the site affords really the office building, really more toward the traffic, the annex building being perpendicular and running back toward Ramseur Street with the parking garage along Ramseur. And there's another alternative. If you look at this, you'll see possibility of main office building being perpendicular to Main Street with green space along Main Street with the parking deck and the annex to the rear, with visitor parking more toward the green space and with the service court being just behind the visitor parking. Another alternative, we'll call this number 3, looking at the possibility of locating the building along Main Street and then turning back along Elizabeth Street and then being adjacent to the parking structure and then having the annex to the rear. Just another way of looking at it.
If the council approves the choice of the East Main Street site, the new headquarters is expected to be ready by early 2018. General Services staff outlined the next steps for council members as to when they might see the first items for approval regarding design and construction.
We believe we'll be ready the next cycle to consider the real estate purchase. We've received a updated option from the seller, and in the following cycle or two beyond that, we believe that we'll be ready to present to you both for design and construction management contract.
The project is expected to cost nearly $63 million. The city is also beginning to address the future of another important facility, the Long Meadow Pool. The 51-year-old pool was closed this past summer because of safety issues surrounding the fact that water was getting into the pump room. During the October 9th work session, the City Council received an update on an assessment of the pool that was recently completed.
This pool has had a great life, right? But it's 5 years past its use-by date.
The most significant problems that were found include the fact that the pool is losing approximately 4 to 8 inches of water a day during the summer season. 6 leaks in the pool shell and gutter system have been detected. The stormwater inlets and piping are clogged, allowing the soil around the underground pump room to become saturated, and there are cracks in the concrete pool deck. Those problems are in addition to the fact that the pool is simply outdated and located in a floodplain. The study found that there are 4 short-term fixes that could be done without extensive engineering or design services and without getting permitting through the city.
Those 6 leaks that I identified for you, we believe that we could repair those in fairly short order, in all likelihood, by February or March of this year. We would have somebody on board that could do that for you for a modest sum of money. As I said, you already have a contractor on site as of yesterday taking care of number 2, which is the plugged stormwater inlets. We think if we just put a canvas awning type of cover over that stairwell, that would eliminate a lot of your rainwater coming in, and do some sealing for all the cracks in the pool deck. Okay, this is going to stop some of the water from coming into the pump room. I was asked by staff to give my assessment of how successful I thought these measures would be, and my assessment is I think we've got a 25% chance of making this work.
In addition to those repairs, 4 other recommendations were made for the short term that will require permitting and engineering. Those include placing a foundation drain at the edge of the slab at the bottom edge of the pool deck, making electrical upgrades in the pump room, and addressing building code and health code issues to meet requirements.
I think if we do all these things, I'm much more confident, but I'm not going to go above 65 or 70% confident that this is going to solve every problem.
The total cost of all of that work, including contingencies and fees, is about $131,000. The first 4 items could be completed in time for the 2015 summer season, but the last 4 items cannot. On the other hand, the only true long-term option calls for the pool not to be reopened.
There is no long-term future saving this pool. I mean, it is eventually going to have to be replaced.
Since the city cannot afford to replace the pool anytime soon, work will begin on the list of suggested short-term repairs with the goal of having the pool open next summer. A full assessment of all the city's swimming facilities is expected to be completed by this winter. After almost a year and a half of construction, the Andrew Driver Streetscape project is complete. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held for the $4.8 million streetscape on October 11th. The project's goal, to make the Andrew Driver commercial corridor more visually appealing and to spur more economic activity in the area.
And I think if you look at what has happened along this streetscape, it's probably much like what has been done in downtown Durham. And there's no question in my mind that that was a very transformative effort in terms of doing a streetscape in downtown Durham, and I'm sure it's going to do the same thing for what's happening here in East Durham. This is just the beginning. It's not the end, but it's a good beginning.
The streetscape improvements were funded by 2005 bond funds, neighborhood revitalization funds, and capital improvement project funds. Durham is also celebrating the opening of its newest park. Find out where it is and what it has to offer when City Hall this week continues.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back. City employees are saying yes to excellence when it comes to customer service. That was the theme for National Customer Service Week, as city employees were encouraged to become more aware of the importance of excellent customer service. A number of activities were held throughout the week as part of the observance. They were all geared towards spotlighting the vital role customer service professionals play in the city's administrative organization. Durham's Lee Farm Park is officially open. A grand opening celebration was held on October 11th at the park, which is located at 370 Lee Farm Road. The celebration featured park tours and kids' activities, as well as a musical performance and storytelling. For more information about the park's rich history, visit the Parks and Recreation Department's homepage on the city's website. The Durham Fire Department teamed up with Domino's Pizza to deliver a slice of safety for Fire Prevention Month. On October 7th and 8th, residents who ordered a pizza from Domino's on Highway 98 had the opportunity to receive a free pizza if they agreed to a courtesy smoke alarm check. For anyone who agreed, firefighters followed the pizza delivery driver to the resident's home. If the smoke alarms at the home were working, the resident received a free pizza. If the smoke alarms were not working, firefighters installed a working alarm at no charge, and the resident received a $10 pizza certificate. To learn more about the Fire Prevention Month or the Alarm for Life program, contact the Durham Fire Department at 919-560-4233. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.